Just let me know if you ever find yourself in a pinch. I can help you out. If the Arataki gang stirs up any trouble, I'll drag every last one of them back to apologize.
Solidified!
I see everything!
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
This way! Yeah!
Gotcha. Just let me...
Hey, what's up, April? Oh. Alright, I guess chat on my laptop isn't working. Hang on. Ah, there we go. Thank goodness I alt-tabbed.
Wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Use Diluc now. You know, I was... that was actually one of the reasons why I actually decided to stream today instead of tomorrow or the next day. Was I wanted to give it a try, because I'm now...
Where do you want to go next?
I know that my Diluc is, okay, decently built, sure. But he's not, like, built so well that the build will carry him. He's just okay, is I guess what I can say.
Bond is strong!
So which means I'm gonna need either one of the easier abysses in order to be able to 9-star on him, or I'm gonna have to play really well, which for me isn't really, you know. What does that mean? What does that mean for me? Play really well, right? I don't think he's respawned yet. I was muted, but yeah, I also wasn't saying anything. Because chat on my laptop, you know I have Genshin in full screen, right? And I don't have dual monitors, so I can't see chat on the PC that I'm playing and streaming on. So I have to open up a laptop, open up the stream there, or at least the phone. And for some reason, I don't know what's wrong with it, but like very, I wouldn't say very often, but like quite often, chat just won't move. And even when it was moving, like it'll like at some point randomly freeze. Like it'll just not move. Okay, I guess that is Chevreuse. Is there
Thanks for all your
okay?
help.
If you're not building Chevreuse with any damage in mind, like, is there any reason why you should even level up her talents? Hey, what's up, Trixie? Sorry, man. I saw your message a while ago. Like, for some reason, I was like, in my brain, I was like, oh, hello. But then I remember, wait, I didn't say anything. Endgame content, ready players. When Abyss resets, finally, my time has come. I was like, no, it's like when Thanos, after the first Avengers movie, like that post-credit scene. Thanos finally, goes into that room where the gauntlet was, and then says, "Fine, I'll do it myself." Actually, no, I know, right? And that's what I love about it. Like, I was thinking about it. It's like, what are the pros and cons to not leveling up her talents? Like, I'm not gonna build her for damage, and she has a lot of HP, sure, but none of this scales off of HP except the healing. Oh wait, I guess the healing. All right. Well, okay. Maybe I'll level that up when I ever get into a situation where she's the only healer on the team. But like, C6 Chevreuse, yes, because Hoyo decided that I wasn't going to have it easy trying to get this, and I ended up using. I had a lot of primos ready for that day on this account. But Hoyo decided, oh, you have a lot of primos? Well, use them all up. Yeah, keep going. So, anyway, the very least, I now have... at the very least, I finally now have C6 Kujo Sara, which is awesome, because I think I only had her at, like, C2 for, like, forever. Internet's so bad. 144p stuttering. Wait, really? Wait, how's my frame rate? Okay. I mean, OBS says I haven't dropped any frames. Okay. Is it like is it just you, or have anyone else around you, like in other cities from where you're from, complained about the internet lately? Cuz so I heard this thing that YouTube, just YouTube, not Google, not Chrome, but just YouTube has apparently done, and somebody posted on Reddit showing the difference of how quickly, how much more slowly YouTube would buffer if you had an ad block on. Because YouTube has recently, I think it was towards the end of 2023, YouTube has recently tried to, I guess, fight against ad blockers. All right, which is, I understand, right? It's a business. They're just trying to find a way to make money off of this business that they've been running at a loss for however many decades, like what, 15, 20 years now. I would imagine that YouTube has, like, overall from the beginning until now, I would imagine that YouTube is probably still, like, overall net negative. Because video streaming is not cheap. Right? Like, think about the fact that you're always forever just never gonna stop. You can never stop buying more hard drives, right? More hard drives, more SSDs, more systems to put into your data centers, because nobody is just gonna stop uploading more videos. And because YouTube doesn't delete videos, right? Like, if you delete your video, sure, but YouTube doesn't delete videos unless it's, like, legally necessary, right? Or at least according to their terms. By the way, I'm not gonna do Abyss just yet. I still have some stuff to do on the other accounts just to make sure I don't cap on resin over there. So I'll be right back. I dozed off yesterday. Didn't know something unfortunate happened yesterday. Wait, you dozed off? The stream was open, and then the stream suddenly cut off. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunate. I love how they're reducing 4G data speed to force people to use 5G. While, I mean, you know, it's possible that they did it on purpose, but it's also possible that it's just a fortunate consequence. Yeah, let's call it that. A fortunate consequence of them using up more of their infrastructure to host 5G stuff. And, you know, there being less infrastructure or whatever it is in their system to do the 4G stuff, right? I would imagine they don't want to throw away like all the stuff that they have. Like if it can be used for 5G, I imagine they don't want to throw it all away. Like, or maybe not throw, but like I assume, you know, they're gonna sell some of it. Yeah, the internet farted last night. Eric just came by to say hello. Have a great stream. Oh, hey, I appreciate it, Cloud. Thanks for stopping by, man. Take care. Wait, isn't it your... this is the one and only time you've been here in 2024, right? If you're still here, hey, Happy New Year, man. Unless if I'm old and, you know... Alzheimer's, right? Unless if I'm old and I just don't remember that you've been here. 2024. Okay, thanks. I asked in the server, but nobody replied. Yes, truly a fortunate incident where my speed of 15 Mbps mobile data speed goes to barely 1 Mbps in a few months. I'll have to change my provider now to cause at least a few are still decent. Yeah, I mean, like, it's another thing too is some people will think like, oh, 4G is pretty slow now. I guess I'm gonna have to go 4G feels really slow. Like, this doesn't feel very snappy. I guess I'm gonna have to go, you know, I guess I'm gonna have to swap to a new phone, one that can do 5G, because this phone can't do 5G, right? So like whether it is, oh, that's immune to hydro. Whether it is your ISP, giant corporation, or smartphone manufacturer, giant corporation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? In the end, capitalism wins. Who's your internet service provider now? I have PLDT. I don't know. Like, I just cannot imagine going Globe. Or whatever other service provider in the Philippines there is. I have the own. I don't think I've never really met anyone with any other service provider other than Globe or PLDT in the Philippines, and more, like a significant more of the people that I know and have met and talked to have a worse experience with Globe overall. Not everyone, but significantly more of them than PLDT. And I'm in a similar case. The one and only time I was in a household that had Globe internet, it was okay. It just didn't seem as stable as you know, as my experience with PLDT is. Oh, come on. Just when I need to put burning on you, you step in the water.
I see everything.
Okay.
I'm going in. Access denied.
I looked at floor 12 and ran away from the abyss. What? What's wrong? You know, hey, I'm still here. What's up, man? You know, this is actually one of the easier Abyss 12s. Yeah, really. Internet service providers in the Philippines are just something else. You know, while I'm a little disappointed that internet and well, mostly tech overall in the Philippines it's you know it's nice, you know, that a lot of advanced tech in other countries is available here, right? Like imagine living in Africa, right, where it's quite common for like a majority of cities over there to just not have any signal, right? Like I am happy that the Philippines overall is like a majority of the Philippines is covered already with at least signal to send text messages, make phone calls, etc. And a big majority of the country is also covered in 4G, 3, and at the very least 3G, right? And again, a big majority of the significant areas in the Philippines is covered with 4G, and now starting to roll out 5G. But I'm a little disappointed that all that technology is a lot more expensive here. And again, I understand smaller population means less potential customers for the same type of infrastructure. And all this technology, most of it, no, you know what? All of it comes from abroad. So they're paying the same price as foreign countries to set up the same infrastructure. But people in the Philippines are quite, like the average income of the Philippines is quite lower, which means compared to those other countries, which means there will be less customers, in relation to the population. Which means overall, even less customers than the foreign countries that this technology comes from. And let me see. Yeah. Again, less volume. Yeah, I guess you could put it less volume. If you compare it to a country like, countries with bigger populations. Oh, that is the wrong team. Well, okay, gonna have to go then.
Born of ice and frost.
A country like okay, let's say China as an example first. So China has a big population, right? When its economy back then, when a lot of this stuff started to get into China, its economy wasn't the greatest. So very few of the population could actually afford a lot of these luxuries. But because China's economy grew so quickly, more and more of the population started to be able to consume these used to be luxuries and now necessities, and just normal necessities, right? Like everyday necessities, just like food and water and rent. So these corporations providing these services, in the end they gained money instead of losing money. And now that a lot of people are consuming their services and products, they can now price it lower because there's just such a huge market. They don't need to have super high profit margins because they just have an overall larger pool of potential customers and already customers. India is a big potential next India is potentially where the same thing that happened to China might potentially happen to next. Same thing happened to Japan, and then Korea, and then China, and then this time, if India plays its cards right, then the next might be India. India and a bunch of other Southeast Asian countries, like Thailand. Thailand's doing pretty well, actually. Thailand, Vietnam. Oh, Vietnam, man. Vietnam is doing things right. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Luap? How you doing, man? This abyss is restricted in a few ways, but still easy for late game players. But people who are AR-56 or lower might be in a problem. Yeah, that is true. That is true. It is a little restrictive when it comes to team composition. Yeah, that I think that is the biggest, the most difficult thing for some non-endgame players. Some players who are like AR-50 or between AR-50 and 55, and the players who are just freshly AR-56, is they might not have as many characters built, right? Or they might just not have as many characters, period. Which severely limits the types of teams that they could come up with. And because the type of abyss that we have now, well, in HP total wise, it is among the ones with the lower ones. You know, it's this abyss doesn't have as much HP as some of the harder abysses, but quite a few either immune enemies or enemies that have high resistance. Yeah, which means, you know, you're gonna have you're sort of forced to not be able to play certain characters and to have to play certain characters and or team archetypes. So yeah, it is a problem a little bit for newer players in that regard. But then again, it is, and again, you know, Abyss is technically supposed to be endgame, right? Like, you're not supposed to be able to complete Abyss when you're not even in the endgame. I mean, like, at the very least, like, when you're not, you know, like, heavily hyper-focused on trying to conquer the Abyss, right? I think, okay. We all know, like, language-wise, right? Like, if we just think about the definition of easy. Easy is sort of relative, right? It's relative, let's say in strongman competitions.
Here comes the test. No, my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Or no, sorry. You know what? Let's say in a competition where like somebody just has to punch the hardest. So it would be easier for a professional heavyweight boxer to just hit harder overall, right?
Witness the power. Busted. These are about to get dicey.
And it would be a little harder to for a lightweight professional boxer to hit as hard as the heavyweights. And imagine if in that competition no heavyweights were allowed. Then overall the target is, let's say the target is like a certain number that is easy to reach for heavyweights, but is pretty hard to reach for lightweights. And I think overall why people say Genshin doesn't have an endgame is because the damage ceiling and like the just power ceiling of elemental reactions and like the multipliers of all the characters and their kits, including elemental reactions, is just, well, it was yeah, it was way too high. Like back then, right? Like from 1.0 Abyss, the overall damage ceiling was just way too high for for the original Abyss, before they gradually increased the overall HP in Abyss. And that's why they had to increase the overall HP in Abyss. And that introduced power creep, because now it was getting harder and harder, so they had to make the characters hit harder. And then like at that point, some of the older characters became somewhat irrelevant. Maybe not irrelevant, not completely irrelevant, because they stopped At least before some of them became completely irrelevant. Yeah, because if you think about it, you can't exactly 36-star Abyss if you're not in the end game just yet. Like even if you're a whale, right? Even if you're a whale, you can't do that in a month. Because you still have to get your adventure rank up, which takes a certain amount of time. You have to get your adventure rank up so that you could level up your characters and weapons to a certain level. And then after that you need to farm a certain amount of resin to get ascension materials to level up your characters and their weapons and their talents, right? And then even if you whale, you have C6 characters. Of course, overall they will be stronger. They won't need as good artifacts as some of the F2Ps and the low spenders, but they will still at least need artifacts that work, which, because RNG may or may not be tomorrow, may or may not be 16 years from now.
Burn to oblivion!
Hydro, oh come on.
Adventure time. Let's light it up. It's gonna hurt in the morning.
Come on. Alright. Why are they all so far away?
Gather!
What's up? Hey, what's up, Kaza? When I used to farm for Raiden, I hit the Electro Brib? What's a Brib? What? What is it? What's an Electro Brib, my friend?
Reality is pain!
I'm glad I built many characters. I was able to create many teams. I was using Avatar Haizo team and Ningguang Mono Geo earlier. Oh man, I remember the team that I really I tried so hard to make work in my super early days. I was this was like Abyss 1.0, right? Like the first ever iteration of Abyss. It wasn't 1.0. I think by the time that I got to floor 11, it was already like 1.3 or 1.4. I think, I don't remember.
Possible. Stabilize.
It was some kind of Kaching team, and I remember team archetypes weren't exactly a thing back then. I mean, like some really advanced users, like some of the early theory crafters, they knew how to do stuff like that, but like a big majority of the regular players didn't know any of that. Plus the fact that theory crafters back then didn't have as much visibility as they do now. So it was Ningguang on the other side. Yeah, I also went Ningguang. I tried to make Noel work. Didn't really know how to. So that's why my Noel on my main account is leveled 80 non-ascended. What's the last region that the traveler will visit? Well, if we're talking about just the regions among the 7 elements, wouldn't that be not Natlan? Wouldn't that be Snezhnaya, right? But then after that, I'm gonna assume that there are other regions. Like at some point, like Celestia might be a region. Like, who knows? Celestia might be a region. There might be some other like smaller regions, similar to like the Chasm or Enkanomiya, mini regions like that, right?
Time down.
I remember this was from like I think 2 or 3 years ago. No, I think it was like yeah, between 2 to 3 years ago. There was a fan-made map of Teyvat, and I assume that most of it, because you know this was like between 2 and 3 years ago, right? We had a lot less lore back then compared to what we have now. But somebody made a fan-made map, really well made too. Fan-made map of all of Teyvat, including all the regions, and he arranged it in a certain way according to whatever lore was available at the time. And there were some like other regions that he added, which I'd never heard of. Like it wasn't like a region, an elemental region. There was like a region that was apparently there was like some island or something. I don't remember. I downloaded the picture of the map, by the way, on my PC because I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I forgot the name of the artist. Just go look it up. It's on Reddit. I don't know. Hopefully he hasn't deleted it, or Reddit hasn't deleted it with all the all the nonsense on Reddit last year. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There was apparently an island where like you know that like the princess, like the princess and the king, apparently like the kingdom in the battle pass, right? Like whenever the battle pass resets, like when you open up the battle pass for the first time, it shows you a short animation of like this a king and a princess, and then like with like thorns, etc. I have no idea the lore behind it, but at least according to the map, it shows that island / mini region was where that is.
Illusion shattered. Going in. Let's light it up. Eat this. Nice and spicy. Torn to oblivion.
So if they release all the regions, is Genshin gonna be dead and out of content? I don't know. I imagine they will really want. They will, imagine you are the CEO of Genshin, right? You're the CEO of HOYO, and like however long that is in the future, whatever year that ends up being. You know that at some point you're gonna run out of the current storyline, right? And you can see that HOYO is still pulling in big numbers, big dollars. Are you seriously not gonna even try to find a way to keep the story going? Right? Or to at least prolong the story for as much as possible? For as long as possible? I'm sure they'll find a way. I'm sure they'll like add more regions. They'll give the traveler like another bad guy to fight and look for, or it's apparently in another region or whatever, right? They got smart people working over there, really smart people working over there at HOYO. So I'm sure they'll figure something out. When's the next time you're gonna post and videos? It's been 9 months. When I have an idea. When I have an idea. I've had like a sort of idea at the time. I don't know. I just don't like posting videos that are only gonna be relevant now, right? And then like after a certain amount of time, it will be out of date. Right, I would prefer to only upload videos that will, if not never, then at least will not become out of date for a very long time. So like, okay, so something like history channels, right? Like YouTube channels that just mainly talk about history and stuff. So that information is never going to become out of date because like it's already happened, right? It's never going to change unless if like somebody finds out something new about someone or something that happened, and then apparently like somebody lied or whatever, right? Unless if something like that happens, then that information is just never going to become out of date. Right, and I would, while I'm not a history channel, and while I am fascinated by history, but I'm not, I'm not all of a sudden gonna start uploading history stuff. I would rather, I would really rather upload videos that will either never or at least not become out of date for a very long time. So something like my, something like those, what was that? The crystal, some of my earliest videos, right? Like the crystal chunk farming videos. The only time they will ever become out of date is when new regions that are much more efficient at farming crystal chunks at, or like whatever other crystal chunk alternative there is, becomes available. Right, and while Inazuma had a lot more crystal, what was it called, amethyst chunks, I guess, yeah, amethyst chunks, I didn't really bother making a video out of it because like everything was just so scattered and everywhere, that plus the fact that Liyue and Mondstadt already had enough crystal chunks. As long as you farmed both daily ones and the ones that respawn every day, you will have more than enough to be able to craft 30 every day. 30 Mystic Enhancement Ores every day. And I made a video out of that because that information, unless if they for some reason changed the location of where the crystal chunks are in Mondstadt and Liyue, will never become out of date. The crystal fly location farming video that I uploaded. Yeah, although it doesn't include newer regions, it only includes, I don't think it even includes, I made it before the desert of Hadramaveth got released. So it was literally only Sumeru, Sumeru, like until this part of Sumeru, Inazuma, Liyue, and Mondstadt. But because it's the information, like where the crystal flies have respawned, hasn't changed. It's not gonna be out of date. It just doesn't have the new stuff, right? And I have uploaded like a bunch of other videos and stuff like all over the place, right? Just no general overall like what kind of videos does this guy make. There's no specific niche, but I was new, and my idea of doing YouTube was trying to do what all the other creators were doing, which was essentially just uploading anything about Genshin. And I realized that's really hard to keep up with. Uploading videos about news, uploading guides. Guides would be nice, but like there's literally hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of guides on the internet already. And I'm sure they, like all the other creators, have done a much better job of explaining it than I ever could. I'm just gonna switch accounts. Gonna do my thing on the third account. Yeah, so until I can find a topic that I think will either never become out of date or will become out of date after only a very long time, then yeah. There was a video that I started working on, like I started to get footage of it. I started to record footage of it. I started to write a script about it. It was about the trick that some people do, like staying at AR 45 and not leveling up your, not taking the Ascension quest yet until you are until you get to a certain amount of AR XP. A certain amount of AR XP that will immediately take you to AR 55. And then what ended up happening was, because I started it pretty early on when I was just new to making videos and stuff, it ended up taking a lot of work, like so much work for what it was. And I just ended up just scrapping it. Because I would start with one thing, and then I would be like, oh, let's add this, okay, and I would put that into the mix, and then I would take another few steps, and I'd be like, okay, oh, there's some extra information, like let's like fill this thing up with as much information and make it as detailed as possible, until at some point I was progressing so slowly that I just sort of, I burnt out on making one video. And then at some point I started to like I tried to like visualize what the flow of the video was going to be, what clips I would show here, there, next, etc. And then I got footage of it, and then when I another thing too was, because I was like really new at the time, I had no workflow. I was just doing what I thought I should do next, and then it got really annoying because I was, especially because I was at the time I was still doing stuff on my laptop, which didn't have a lot of RAM at the time. I didn't buy the RAM upgrade on it just yet. Hey, what's up, Asuna? How you doing, man? Yeah, I didn't have a lot of RAM at the time. I was like literally playing Genshin, streaming, and then and also editing videos on a laptop that had 4 gigs of RAM. 4 gigs of RAM in 2021. Like, how crazy is that? Hey, what's up, Shokamon? How you doing, man? It was really annoying too, because like for me to open up the editing software that I was using at the time, I would have to close everything that was using RAM, including Chrome, which means I couldn't easily Google a picture or anything or information to add to my script. I literally had to only have my editing software open and nothing else that would take up RAM, because if anything else took up RAM, it means that my laptop would start page filing, which is essentially using your storage for RAM. And for that laptop, it was page filing. It had 2 storage devices. It had an SSD and a hard disk drive. And it only has a 120 gig SSD on it. But it had a terabyte disk drive. And so the hard disk drive, obviously a lot slower than an SSD, but I did a bit of research on it, and apparently it's not a good idea to do page filing on an SSD, because it makes it go through the read write cycles, like overall lifetime read write cycles of your SSD, and it will essentially make your SSD fail a lot earlier than it would if you just used it normally. And of course, hard disk drives being used as RAMs, they're already slow as storage, at least for 2023 standards, for modern standards. Imagine using it for RAM, right? And like at some point, my editing software would crash because of that. Because of I don't know like what would happen. I assume it was because it was running off of quote unquote slow RAM, which wasn't exactly RAM. It was just a hard disk drive with page filing and stuff. It was really annoying, so I got frustrated and I just scrapped the whole video idea. There's actually a really good reason to stay at AR 45 until you get to a certain amount of AR XP, and then you do 2 World Ascension quests in a row, and then instantly you're AR 55. It's not a glitch or anything, it's just holding off on your World Ascension quest until you have enough AR XP to just go straight to AR 55. I want to play a counterpart, like Genshin Zero. What? Sorry, I'm going back to some of the videos, some of your messages that I haven't read, because I was rambling for so long. We play as the other twin while we travel around a war. Oh, that's pretty cool. That would be cool. I think that would be worth it to make an entirely new game for that. Or wait. Oh, wait. Maybe not an entirely new game, but like think about it like this, right? After everything's said and done, we've defeated Celestia. I don't know, like we've defeated the primordial one, or I don't know where the primordial one is. Like who knows? We might end up having to help the guy, right? There are some different theories about what happened to him or what he did or whatever Celestia is now. And right, like the story's over. Imagine that, and then like something happens, and then time turns back, and then all of a sudden, cutscene again. The very beginning cutscene of Genshin, where we are in front of that on that platform in the sky, where we're about to leave, and then the sustainer of heavenly principles shows up, and then all of a sudden we now have to pick the other twin, the twin we didn't pick originally, and then the story is very different. We end up in the abyss, or wherever Lumine ended up in. Right? Imagine that. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. I would love to see that. That is a pretty cool idea you got there, Shinrin. If I was the CEO, I'll make still be related to the story, because it is mentioned that the traveler travels through worlds, so maybe we get another world other than Teyvat that has new abilities for. Yeah, that was something that I have thought about. I think I've actually talked about that on stream. I'm not sure, but I did actually think about that. I have actually thought about that, where traveler travels to different worlds, right? What if after the story here in Teyvat, we travel to another world? And then, okay, think about this. Oh, right, Teyvat is gone. None of the, I guess you could still have all the characters and their weapons and items, etc. You could still have all of those, but they would just be, I don't know. They would just be mostly decorative, right? Or I mean, I don't know. Like maybe their abyss is still there somehow. It somehow connects to a different world. I don't know. And then like every time abyss resets, you can still use all your characters and stuff. But then like the next update to the game deletes all of this. It deletes all of this. And then it basically downloads like new files for the new world that you're going to. I mean, I'm sure they'll somehow like make an interface so that like they'll make some kind of interface where you just open your map and then like you don't see Teyvat anymore, you don't see anything like this anymore. You see the new world, but then you just click on this or something, and then like there'll be like a list of domains here that you can still like click to, and then all of a sudden the pop up here on the sidebar for that specific artifact domain, talent domain, etc. You know, so just so you could at least still farm for all of your characters. Will still pop up, but there just won't be like this open world anymore. Wouldn't that be crazy? Genshin YouTubers just make the same content that makes so boring. Like I will 366 Raiden, Shogun, Ayaka, Zhongli, Navia, or character showcases. Yeah, that is true. I always wait late every night for your streams because you are the free therapist and my free useless informant that I like to ask useless stuff to. Lol. Okay, so sorry. It is so hard to skip all next banners for C6 R1 Kokomi. What? You're gonna C6 your Kokomi? Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I just looked at your profile picture. Alright. I guess I understand. If you ever make it big in YouTube, will you remember your first viewers? Oh yeah, I mean, like, I can't guarantee that. Obviously, I'm human. Like when that happens, obviously time does not stop moving, right? So obviously, I will be older when that happens. I'll be a lot older than I am currently.
Share the memory.
Why is this red? I've already. Oh, I haven't done it. I thought I did that already. So, my memory might not be as good as it is now. Okay, great. Alright, do that dialogue. So yeah, I might end up forgetting just because, you know, older, right? But I definitely don't want to. Not because I want to. Or not, and not because I don't care. How much you making per stream? Honestly, I don't know. Because nobody, nobody donates anything, right? And like, I don't mind that, because like I really only, like, if somebody ever like donated money, I hope that it's only money that they didn't need at all, right? Because like, I really would not want people to put themselves in a difficult financial situation just, to show support to somebody who will only say thank you, right? Or I mean, I know it's not, I'm not saying it's a fake thank you. Like, it might, it's a very genuine thank you, but then it's nice, yeah, sure, it's like so good of you to do that, but then now you've put yourself in a difficult financial situation and all you got was a thank you, right? So, and giving money for a thank you is not, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying don't give yourself a problem over it. But no, like, it's literally just add revenue. And obviously, like, look at, dude. Look at maybe not the biggest YouTubers, but like decently sized YouTubers with like 600k subscribers, right? Like, look at their numbers when they upload a video. They get depending on what niche their video is, what industry their videos are, etc. Right, but like somebody with like 600 to 800k subs, uploads regularly and stuff, might, let's say they get like I don't know, like 60 to 100k views. Yeah, on a video. They get 60 to 100k views, and that happens over a span of, let's say, 3 months. Right, that video gets up to 100k in, like, let's say 3 months, and there's a lot of variables to how, because it's not X amount of dollars per view, right? It's not the same. I don't know how YouTube in the background like decides how much you get, but it's not all equal. It's not exactly the same for everyone all the time. I've seen some YouTubers share stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Elijah? You just disappeared yesterday. What happened? Anyway, Elijah. You're a new-ish player, right? Please, don't hesitate. Ask us, old people here. Old people, any questions if ever you need anything. So, some YouTubers have shared that they get like
Every
for a video that has like let's say it was like I don't remember the YouTuber's name, but I just saw a random like YouTube video. She was sharing stuff about her. She was sharing something like it was like this was like I think it was like 5 years ago when people were just learning about how long your videos should be in order to get one extra ad roll in it. And it was like back then it was still around the 10-minute, 11-minute mark. And then I think 2 or 3 years ago, I don't remember, YouTube shortened that to 8 minutes. And so now if you upload a video of 8 minutes, you can have like a pre-roll, a mid-roll, and a post-roll. You can have up to 3 ads in a video. Or at least like 3 places in the video where you get ads. Because sometimes you get 2 ads in a row, like before the video starts, and then another 2 ads in the middle, and another 2 ads at the end, depending on how much like viewership is happening on your video.
journey has its final.
And so yeah, and I remember she showed a video, a 6-minute. She showed at the time she showed an 8-minute video. The information about it, how much views it got, how much she made off of it. An 8-minute video that had a lot more views than a 12-minute video that she made. Right, a lot more views, like 3 times more views, and it made like something like $3,000, and that was like over the lifespan of that video, right? $3,000, and her video that had 3 times as fewer views, but was 12 minutes long, like 10, 11 or 12 minutes long, made almost quadruple of what that shorter video made. Right, it made like, I don't know, it was like $18,000. And yeah, so it's yeah, it is very different. Being a Genshin content creator is like investing, because you will be spending for content in the hopes of making it back or making more back. Yeah, that depends on the type of content that you are going to be mainly focused on. Like something like theory crafting, you don't need to spend anything in Genshin, right? Because like something that you will probably have to spend is just little primo gems here and there, just so that you could try to get all the characters. Just so you could use them and then like test out your theories, right? Hence theory crafter. You come up with conclusions, right? Like exactly like how scientists work. Right, exactly like how scientists work. Scientists come up with ideas, or like they get ideas, they hear ideas from other people, and then they're like, that seems like it might work. And then they do the math. And then if the math checks out, then they will experiment, right? Like they will find a laboratory, they will look for funding to try and make and try and experiment to see if it works in reality as their math, worked it out to be. How's Kazu's story quest? I'm gonna get another story key for him. What was Kazu's story quest again? I'm so sorry, Elijah. I'm not that kind of Genshin player. I'm not logging into Genshin every day in the hopes of knowing about a story. I'm so sorry. I'm not that kind of player. I do care about the main storyline, right? Like the Archon quest, the main storyline. I do care about that, but like literally everything else, I just don't care about. I'm sorry. Immune to Dendro. Oops. But some of the OG large content creators, most of the larger creators in the early days of Genshin, most of them were like whale creators, where spending more to whale more equals more views. But then that has shifted. I mean, like, people will still watch videos of people wailing on characters, sure, but it doesn't. It's not like it doesn't work like whale more equals get more views. It doesn't work like that anymore. So you'd be losing money than gaining money.
Things are about to get dicey. Busted.
So that's why a lot of the whales, well, at least that's one of the reasons why a lot of the whales decided to stop whaling. One of the reasons too was Genshin didn't add any harder content, right? Because like I said about like half an hour ago, I mentioned the damage ceiling for the characters and different team archetypes is just too high for the hardest content in the game. But the damage floor is also really low, right? The damage floor is really low, and I think it is suitable. The damage floor is suitable for the hardest content in the game. Why am I here? This is the wrong place to be. It is suitable for the hardest content in the game, but because characters and their DPS and their team DPS scale so high in the end game that it outscales the hardest content in the game. But if they made the hardest content in the game even harder, it would make it so that only like 0.6% of the community can ever get to that end game content. And they don't want that to happen. They want more people to have access to that end game content, because there is actually quite a bit of a chance that people quit a game because it takes too long to get to end game. Already takes 15 minutes to answer an 8-word sentence. That means more, just more free content. Hey, that's my content. You ask me one question, I give you 3 hours of answers. No, maybe not one question. That's a bit of an exaggeration. Yeah, I give you. You ask me one. Like you said, 8-word question, and I give you like half an hour of answers. Free content. Didn't need to spend a single dollar on it. I need to do this quest for the interlude chapter in version of Genesis. Didn't Hoyo? Oh, I think it was only that one. The one in the chasm. Yeah, okay. I guess they haven't done it for other Archon quests yet. But yeah, Hoyo seems to be gradually removing quest requirements for certain quests. Right? Like there are some Archon quests you can't do until you've finished a certain world quest, a certain you've explored a certain region, whatever. Until recently, they started doing it for Sumeru. Yeah, when Sumeru got released, they made it so that you didn't have to go to Inazuma and do all the Archon quests over there before you could go to Sumeru and do the Archon quest over there. You could actually just go straight to Sumeru. Yeah, like even without going through the Liyue one, I think. RJ, that donation button kind of tempting right now. 3 to 4 hour Ziox video in these streams. Ziox video. RJ, have you tried Star Rail? Tomorrow we are getting free 5-star Husbanda. Wait, that hasn't happened yet? I thought that happened already. Dr. Ratio, right? Well, I'm still gunning for Raiden Shogun. Oh man, I certainly hope you get her before her banner is gone. Raiden Shogun, she buffs quite a few mainstream high DPS teams, and she enables quite a few mainstream teams, mainstream, like really good teams, and enables quite a few not so good teams, but I mean, sorry, not great teams, but still good teams and kind of fun teams. Dr. Ratio banner drops tomorrow. I thought that but wait. So okay, did people get their free Dr. Ratio yet? Have I done my weeklies here? The bosses, 3 bosses. Where's the weekly boss thing? Oh, there. Okay. I guess I already did. All right. Time to do resin stuff. He'll be given at the start of his banner. That's why Dr. Ratio will appear tomorrow. Wow, I swear, I really thought that people already got their free Dr. Ratios, and that was like, I think 3 weeks ago, I think, that all the Genshin creators that I'm subbed to, you know, like most of them are also playing Star Rail, right? Like I don't watch their Star Rail videos because obviously, like, I don't play Star Rail. But I still see it in my subscription, you know, feed. Right? I still see their videos. I'll like scroll past it, but then I'll see like Dr. Ratio this, Dr. Ratio that. I really thought everybody already got it, because like YouTube was going crazy over Dr. Ratio like 3 weeks ago. Apparently, I guess those were leaks that they were talking about. I don't know. Second part of version 1.6 Star Rail. Oh. Oh, you also play Star Rail, Elijah? Yeah, I mean, like, I really like Star Rail's character design, and you know, it's sort of it's essentially the same art style as Genshin, which I really like. I really like that anime art style. There are certain anime art styles that I don't like, but I really do like Genshin, like you know, essentially HOYO's anime art style, because it's like, I like the art style as well for Honkai Impact. I played Honkai Impact, by the way, like all the way back in 2015 or 16. I only played for like an hour though, and then I uninstalled the game. Because at the time, while you could play Honkai Impact on PC, on something like BlueStacks, yeah, sure, right, or some kind of like Android emulator on PC, but it was kind of annoying, and I just didn't have a very good PC at the time. I had a decent laptop, but like it's just it was just a $600 laptop. Wasn't even a gaming laptop. It had a GPU in it, but like not a very high powered one, and just 4 gigs of RAM. So I didn't have a lot of resources to allocate to BlueStacks, or whatever my Android phone, Android PC emulator I would use. So BlueStacks wouldn't be running really well, and also BlueStacks just wasn't that good at the time yet. So I really didn't want to do that, and I didn't want to be playing on my phone all the time, because at the time I was already somewhat techy. Like I was already a tech enthusiast at the time, and I knew about like how lithium batteries work, like the basic concept of lithium batteries, and how the more you charge and drain them, the more often you charge and drain them, the sooner that battery will only be able to hold a smaller amount of charge. And I didn't want to keep playing on my phone and drain the battery very quickly and then have to charge it up again, because that would essentially mean I would have to replace my battery a lot sooner, and maybe even a lot more often within the lifespan of the phone. I also was I'm also a little conscious about certain physical health aspects. You know, like for example, I'm conscious about ergonomics, right? Like ergonomics of like my setup here, right? Like I don't want my monitor to be too close to my eyes. I need it to be a certain distance away because it is a certain size, and I want it to be a certain eye level. I don't want it to be too high or too low. I don't want my what is it called? My armrests to be either too high, too much higher than my desk, or too much lower than my desk. Yeah, like I'm quite conscious when it comes to ergonomics, and that includes, yeah, again, like ergonomics for your eyes, right? And the problem with playing on mobile on a phone is because the screen is so much smaller, you're much more likely to put it up close to your face so that you can see everything more clearly and more easily, especially in a fast-paced kind of game. Which means, especially on the type of game where you're more likely to play for longer hours, which means your eyes are focused on something that's much closer to your eyes, which means that your focal, like where your focus distance, there you go, your focus distance will be very close for very long periods at a time, which essentially equals short-sightedness. Right? That's how you become short-sighted, is you look at something really close to your eyes for a very long period of time. Because certain muscles in your eyes will contract or relax depending on what your eyes are doing, what your eyes are focusing on, etc. Man, I started talking just about liking certain art styles to now how eyes work. Man, that's free content right there. I play Genshin and Star Rail on my PS5, RJ. Ah, I see. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, Star Rail just isn't for me. It's turn-based. Like, I don't know why. What's up about, like, turn-based games? I just don't like them because, like, it's cool and all that you can strategize how your team... what's it called? I imagine it's not called a rotation in Star Rail. But how your team is going to, like, your team rotation is going to be by placing this character here, etc., getting his stats to be this, that, etc., right? I imagine that there's some kind of like speed stat, you know, right, to make it so that X character attacks faster than everybody else, or attacks first before everybody else, something like that, because it's a turn-based game. Alright, and using your stats, including your stats in the strategy, that's pretty cool, but it just feels like so much work. It just feels like too much work for one battle. And I imagine it's not just going to be for one battle. I imagine, like, once you get to endgame, all your characters are built, and then, like, you just like in Genshin, you just blast through all the combat content. RJ sounds like a guy who's 5'11". Maybe when I sleep, I'm 5'11". Yeah, you know, maybe when I sleep, I'm 5'11". Like when I sleep in my head, you know, when I'm asleep at 5'11". That would be awesome. Share your Raiden stats. Sure. This is my third account, Raiden. This is like, I wouldn't say my weakest Raiden, but my least balanced Raiden. Yeah, because like she only has 66% crit rate, which I prefer that it, with this amount of crit damage, I would prefer that it would be like 72 or 75 maybe. I wouldn't mind like sacrificing, I don't know, like 7% crit damage or 8% crit damage to get 4 crit rate. Right? I would love to get to 70 crit rate and just 70 and 150. I would love to be at that crit ratio. But this is what I got. Those are the artifacts that I have. Oh, also, I think I'm on an Electro Goblet. Yeah, I am. I'm on an Electro Goblet. With Engulfing. Wow, Engulfing certainly does a lot, huh? Even with an Electro Goblet and an ER Sands, I still get to 2k attack. That's crazy. Never really paid attention to that. Also, my Raiden Shogun here is C0. Crowned Burst, because awesome. So yeah, that's my Raiden Shogun. Sure thing, man. Honkai has an autoplay option. Yeah, I mean, you know, like I imagine turn-based games have autoplay options, and I remember seeing some from a clip somewhere that apparently there's like a ×2 thing where you could play it like at sorry, like maybe not ×2. I don't remember, but like there's like an option so that you could make it play faster, right? And it's not about the waiting is my problem. My problem is just having to strategize all of that, which I know I already do in Genshin, but having to include the turns of who goes first, next, etc. into strategy, and strategizing from start to end, even before you start. It's and like similar to like chess, right? Chess is kind of like that, where before you let's say you start, okay, you start, and then you like before you even move anything, ideally you would already have a plan from start to finish. Ideally, if you're just that good at chess, like you could already come up with like a strategy from start to end in like, I don't know, in like a minute, right? But because I'm not that smart, that minute for me is gonna be like 3 hours. And imagine the guy I'm playing against sitting there for 3 hours and I haven't made a move because I'm still strategizing, and that's what I don't want. I'm happy Benny gets a birthday after 3 years. He's been released, helping every player the game. He finally gets what he deserves. Benny gets a birthday? All characters get a birthday every year. Oh, hey, what's up, Puppeteer? How you doing, man? Well, again, this will be my first Lantern Festival once version 4.4 Genshin Impact happens soon. Oh, yeah, by the way, Elijah, what usually happens, no, what has always happened on Lantern Rite is, because Lantern Rite always happens in Liyue, so far, of the, you know, of all the Lantern Rites we've had so far, they always give us one free 4-star, and we get to choose which one. And the options have always been all the 4-star, the Liyue 4-stars. And by Liyue 4-stars, I mean the 4-star characters that live in Liyue. And I guess, I don't know, I think that's a good topic to you know, to discuss right now, because like I know that Puppeteer is a new-ish player, and I know that Elijah is a new-ish player. I mean, if she's still here. But Benny's birthday is special because it's leap year, February 29th, Benny's birthday. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're okay. You're right. It is a leap year. Wait, don't they I don't remember really. I don't like when I see mail, I just go into mail, claim all, done. Right? I don't really pay attention to who gets a birthday or what. And like, sure, I appreciate the free stuff. Cool. But yeah. So, do they not send us stuff for Bennett's birthday on just, I don't know, like March 1st? Do they not do that or something? I really haven't paid attention. Wait, what? They do that? Yes, they do. They do, Puppeteer. I think it's a great time to, like, since, you know, there's two of you new-ish players here, I think it's a great time to discuss that. Like, which of the 4-star, which of the Liyue 4-stars is like among the most valuable. Alright, hang on. Okay, gonna go do Abyss on the main account first before we do anything else. I see Liyue Harbor. Can't wait for that. Who all been to Lantern Rite before? But sorry, what? I'm sorry, Elijah. I'm a little confused. What did that mean? They give it at the 28th of February regardless. Oh, okay. Wow, I'm surprised you know even that stuff. I really thought that you're more of like a no, like 99% combat and like 1% lore unrevealed, but I'm surprised you know that. But yeah, cool to know. Yeah, I was just, I was just surprised. So because I remember, yeah, I do remember that Bennett's birthday is on a leap year, um, February 29th. But I was just wondering if they actually give us something for his birthday, like to sort of celebrate his birthday. Do I have any condensed? I only got 3, but I guess I'll use it. Wait, did I not buy my teapot stuff yesterday? Pretty sure I did. I got 3 continue? Chevreuse, and I need Bennett. Oh, constellations.
This
Need
realm
Ben-
is
you
true.
oh boy. You don't have a Bennett yet on your account, Rudra? Oh yes, that's right. Also, on Lantern Night they usually give away how much is it? 10 pulls? I think so, yeah. 10 pulls. Not Primo Gems, but like actual 10 like what is it called? Intertwined Fates? Yeah. Oh, I guess I did buy my teapot stuff.
If you ever...
I got Bennett on my end. Hey, nice. Is your Bennett C1 is not really completely necessary, but it's just really nice to have. Because it means that because without C1, Bennett won't give you an attack buff unless the character in the circle is above 70% HP. And will only heal if your characters are below 70% HP until they, get to above 70% HP. Then you get the attack buff. With C1, it makes it so that you get the attack buff and heal, like regardless of how much HP you have. Lantern Night is Chinese New Year of Tibet. Yeah, exactly. Who all been to the Lantern Night festival before? Me, right? Like, and I'm sure like most of the people here in chat as well. 10 wish only for login. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they do give away 10 wishes just for logging in. As long as you log in, like it doesn't have to be consecutive, but you have to at least log in for 10 days within Lantern Night, because it's free 10 pulls. And you can only claim 1 each day. I did use them on a trial run before. Yeah, if you're in any way either like needing more, I guess like you need more damage in your teams, Elijah, or if you're interested at all in just building your teams and like making them stronger, Bennett is one of the most important characters for that. He doesn't work with every team, with like 100% of the teams, but he works with like most of the teams. Xiangling, Yunjin, Xingqiu, Chongyun. Are those all the... Wait, hang on. Oh, you know what? Let's go into here. And then 4 stars. Where's the filter? Or 4 stars? How do I filter 4 stars in here? Can I not filter 4 stars here? I guess not. Okay. Alright. I don't know. I imagine there's like a filter here for 4 stars, right? Quality. Yeah, okay. Yep, I think that's it. I imagine that I have all the leeway 4 stars. I mean, okay, so here are all the 4 stars. Let's see. Official Yao Yao. Okay, Yao Yao, Xingqiu, Xiangling, Ningguang, Beidou, Yunjin, Yanfei, Xinyan. Anyone else? No, that's it. All right, so those are all the 4-star, at least the ones I have, from Liyue. Hey, what's up, Chauvin? How you doing, man? How much primos you can get in Lantern Night? I mean, I don't know. I really never count how many primos we get, but because Lantern Night is going to be a main event, I imagine it's going to be way more than just 420. Nice. From like the regular smaller events. The smaller events typically give us like around 420 primo gems in total. And that usually includes like the whatever quest dialogue that you have to skip through. And but main events like that usually give like, I don't know, like 1,000 maybe? I've never really counted. Yeah. Not only I need to get Raiden, but Chevreuse I need to get as well. Chevreuse is pretty nice. She's not... well, okay. You know what? Never mind. I wouldn't say she's like completely necessary, but she would be really nice to have. Chevreuse is really nice to have because, like, I don't know if you have Kazuha just yet. If you have Kazuha, I'm sure you have some other Animo character. But with an Animo character, the way that you reduce resistances for Pyro, Electro, Cryo, and Hydro is by having an artifact set called... I don't have it on him. On her. Alright. Called Viridescent Venereer. And you have to swirl that element. But with Chevreuse, while you can't do Hydro and Electro... Or sorry. Hydro and Cryo, but you can very easily do Pyro and Electro. You reduce enemy resistances by a lot. And you get an attack buff as well. And all you have to do is just do Overload. It's crazy. I have Kazuha and Wanderer and Jean. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, that means like you won't feel like, oh no, I want Kazuha for one side, but because Abyss has two sides, right? You won't feel like I need Kazuha on this side, but I want Kazuha on the other side too. You won't run into that situation if you have Chevreuse. My mom grounded me from playing Genshin. I haven't claimed my daily commissions. 10 days, wasted 60 primos. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Man, that sucks. Why, though? You do something bad? So, okay, let's quickly talk about this, shall we? Level quality there. Can we get on somebody quiet? There you go. Okay, Liyue 4 stars, right? Liyue 4 stars. So Xingqiu, if you don't have a Xingqiu, I would highly recommend getting Xingqiu among the Liyue 4 stars. He's really good. He is a character that's been here since Genshin was released, and everybody still needs to have him. Like, I'm not even saying want to have him. I'm saying need to have him. They want to have a Xingqiu because they need him to essentially make like half the teams in Genshin work. So Xingqiu, yeah. If you don't have a Xingqiu copy yet, I would highly recommend you get him from Lantern, right? Good second option. Let me think. Avoid Xianyun, please. God, no. Please do not get a Xianyun. Unless if you already have everybody else C6, sure, but please don't do that to yourself. Choose love, man. Choose life. Forgot to do one homework. Asian household. Oh, all right. Well, I guess I understand why. Gonna get a 5-star character these days now. I mean, you know what? There's actually something to that. Like, I can't say it's the truth, but just something that I've noticed. Yeah, something that I've noticed amongst content creators. I know that not a lot. There aren't a lot of Genshin content creators that are uploading wishing videos nowadays, but there just don't seem to be as many. Like, there's just, I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen any wishing videos that have gotten like double 5 stars, or I mean, like, occasionally I see them now in 2023, or sorry, 2024. But like when Genshin was new, they were everywhere. There were literally clip channels in the early days of Genshin. There were literally YouTube channels that the only videos that they would upload would just be, they would just clip certain things from streamers, Genshin streamers, and then most of their clips were just these streamers wishing and getting double and triple 5 stars and some even more than that in a single 10 pull, and it was happening left and right. And nowadays, I don't ever see anyone get that. Oh yeah, you're right. There is going to be a new 4-star. At least as rumors say. Somebody called Gaming. Gaming. I don't know what he does. So I can't really comment about Gaming yet. But yeah, Xingqiu, definitely a #1 pick. Especially if you don't have a Xingqiu just yet. He enables, not only is he good, but he also enables you to use like half of the good teams. Like more than half of the good teams in Genshin. So a good second pick, I think, might be Yao Yao. Yeah, I think Yao Yao is a good like #2. Not a lot of you won't see a lot of people using Yao Yao. You will see like a few people using Yao Yao, but you won't really see like everybody using Yao Yao all the time. But Yao Yao is, she has an ability to apply Dendro off field, which not a lot of characters have, right? I mean, like we don't have that many Dendro characters just yet, right? Like we only have oh wow. Okay, well, okay, these are the characters I have. But you know what? Let's go into character archive so that we can see all of it. Dendro. There we go, right? We don't have a lot of Dendro characters just yet, right? Baizhu, does his shield, like when you have his burst on, does it like attack or something? I really don't know. I really don't know. Shield duration. What is this? Does it attack? Stay seamless shield. Dendro damage. When I say Baizhu generate shield. Heal your active character. And attack opponents by unleashing. Oh, okay. It will actually apply Dendro off field. Okay. It does apply Dendro off field. All right. So, but yeah, that's the burst reline. I'll hate them. Literally no off field Dendro. Yao Yao. 1. Okay. Baizhu, I guess. Sure. Right. We have 1, 2 characters that can apply Dendro off field. Kali, 3. Nahida, 4. And Dendro main character. We only have 5 characters that can apply Dendro off field. Right, so we don't have a lot of options, and if you get, you don't have, let's say Nahida. Okay, Nahida's a 5-star, right? So you can only get her when her banner reruns. Baizhu, same thing. Kali, you get for free, and Dendro Traveler, obviously, you get for free. So we already automatically have like free, like 2 characters that can apply Dendro off field. Kali doesn't have very good uptime because it happens like the duration is very short, a lot shorter than the cooldown. Yao Yao is similar, but like you can alternate between her burst and her skill, which and other than that, she is one of only 2 Dendro healers that we have. That being Baizhu and Yao Yao. Right, those are the 2 only Dendro healers we have. Technically, Kaveh heals, but he only heals himself, right?
Where's my...
I forgot how it works, but that's what I remember. I remember he only heals himself. So I would say Yao Yao is a good second place after Xingqiu in terms of value, among the Liyue 4-stars to pick. I do something else instead of Spiral Abyss because I like to keep whatever sanity I have. Hey, good on you, mate. Good on you. I certainly lost a couple of sanity points way back then, when when in the earlier days of Genshin, just trying to trying very hard to get through Abyss and failing really hard, unfortunately. But it happened. Lost a couple of sanity points there. I'm here where I am now, thankfully, so I don't have to lose sanity points. It's just relaxing now. Why is your user Elvis Einstein on Discord? I mean, I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Another test subject. Suffocate.
Adventure time. Teamwork is great.
Try.
The wind knows what.
I got carried away. The wrong test subject.
Witness the power of Gua. Rain outlines your fate. Know my soul.
Finally,
Yao heals better than Baijo. Hey, what's up, Happy? Yes, but Yao. Wait, who heals the most in the game? I imagine that there's gotta be like a contest between Yao and Kokomi. I imagine. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Yao might even heal more than Kokomi. Like if you build Yao like as a pure healer and you use her burst every rotation, I imagine there's no like. I don't think there's a character in the game that has as much HP as how much you could heal with Yao. Like if you built her really hard as a healer and you heal, like you put in so much effort to heal with Yao as much as possible. Yeah, I don't think there's a character in Genshin that you can't fully heal with Yao.
Know my soul.
the wind knows it.
Oh no. Oh, okay, we're fine. My Shingcho burst right now. Hey, what's up, Chokoshu? Yo, what's up, Chokoshu? Wait. Hey, this is the first time here in 2024, right? I don't think I've seen you here in 2024. Happy New Year, man. How have you been? Also, long time no see. How's life? Did you try my Yao, your healer? No, I haven't actually. I had no idea you built him. Sorry, you built her as a pure healer on your account. I don't think you can. There's even a way to figure out how much she heals. Farina? Maybe with C2? What's the highest HP you can get with Farina? C2. I know that she's not like, I don't think Farina has the highest HP scaling in the game. I think that goes to Nilu, I think. Because I think I've seen some players. Yeah, I think I've seen some Nilus that have like 70k HP, I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But maybe more even. But because Farina literally gives herself more HP with C2, I don't know if she can get more HP than Nilu has. 100k, I saw C6 for you. Oh my god. 100k HP? That's insane. I built Chevreuse and brought her with C2 Raiden in first half, and it was a breeze. Yeah. Chevreuse is crazy, man. Like, it is, as long as you, the hard part about using about taking advantage, or sorry, benefiting from Chevreuse's kit is just having a character in the team that has off-field pyro abilities, which we don't have a lot of. Apparently, we don't have a lot of characters that have off-field pyro application. We have Toma, Shengling, And Xianyun, I guess. Xianyun shield level 3. Sure. It's all field and it's pyro. Yeah, sure. I guess. But yeah, no, we don't have a lot of characters that apply pyro off field. Like it also feels kind of, I don't know. Some like I've tried using Chevreuse in Abyss, you know, just tried playing just for a bit of fun, just to see what kind of teams I could come up with. And I couldn't figure out any team, especially because my Toma isn't raised, right? I couldn't figure out any team to use that didn't use Xiangling. Because I need to proc overload consistently, because the resistance shred, the red shred is only 6 seconds, so you have to proc it pretty consistently. So either an on-field pyro character with an off-field electro character, which we have plenty of, right? We have Raiden Shogun, we have Kuki Shinobu, Fischl, Beidou, and I even have quite a few that aren't here, like Yaimiko, for example. But like the other way around, off-field pyro with on-field electro, not that many. And with Xiangling, you're overkilling enemies. Like you're deleting everyone before before you can get your energy back with Xiangling. Because Xiangling, you know, like we all know Xiangling. Xiangling's the real pyro archon. Like essentially Marchosius, the stove god, which is, you know, aka Goba, kind of lost his memories after using all of his power to I guess to save the people, and then now all that power has gone to Xiangling, and that's why Xiangling is so broken. Is that the right team? Yeah, okay. King overload. Oh my god. Wait. Wow. Huh, that's has anyone tried it? Oh no, wait, this is not, I was thinking the wrong chamber.
Let's light it up.
Dia got one dirty. Oh wait, yeah, there is Dia. I forgot. Dia is all field pyro, but then like I hate that her pyro procs are so slow. They're like once every 2.5 seconds. That is so slow. Okay, I guess it can very easily. You know, it's well within 6 seconds, so sure. But then, okay, well, Dia just doesn't have enough multipliers, man. Like, there's no amount of buffs and debuffs in the game that will make Dia good. So what does Dia's damage, like the skill procs, scale off of again? Doesn't it scale off of HP, or is it split scaling? I think it's split scaling, from what I remember.
One with nature.
I guess, you know, like if you buff her attack and just go build her all attack, maybe. But Xiangling has more damage. I know, right? So it's like you either overkill or like with Toma, right? Obviously Toma is not a damage dealer, right? Like that's not what his kit is about. He's like a shielder / pyro applicator. So you can't exactly expect to make him do damage. But like removing Xiangling to put Toma in, it feels like a handicap, right? Like there's no in between, is what I'm saying.
Your journey ends here.
There's no in between between Xiangling and like all the other pyro off-field applicators. There's no in between. It's either you overkill and you end up having no energy on Shangling for the next chamber.
Rain
Um,
outlines your fate.
Oops. Or you have a hard time and potentially not even get your 3-star.
Stabilize.
Quietly now. Users are about to get started.
If I can, I need to do that one story quest with that boss, the Raiden Shogun boss, near Act 2 story. Oh dear. Oh, you're gonna need to prepare for that one. you're gonna need to prepare for that one, Elijah. I don't remember. What was that? Was that an Archon quest, or was that a Raiden Shogun story quest? There was I think that was the Archon quest. Yeah, that was an Inazuma Archon quest where you have to fight Raiden Shogun with your characters, which means it's pretty. It's not super hard. But if you bring like a meme team, or like an exploration team that isn't really built very well, you're gonna have a hard time. I remember getting into that fight with my level 20, with my crystal chunk farming team. Zhongli, built for shielding, and a level 20 Razor, a level 1 Sayu, and a full EM Kazuha. I remember. Oh my god. I remember failing the fight and then having to do it again. It only happened once though. And then when I found out that you actually have to fight the Raiden Shogun with your own team, I remember I made sure to bring my actual combat team the next time. I'm looking forward to the next update, along with a new area to explore and a free 4-star called Gaming. Man, you guys probably know already know what he does. I still have no idea. I've been able to dodge all the leaks about him so far, so I'm pretty happy about that. Does it matter which team I go? Okay, I guess not. Wait, maybe it does? Okay, I guess kinda. I'm a little excited, to be honest. I'm gonna, Unrevealed. I'm gonna try using Diluc. I really am gonna try using Diluc here. I haven't used him in quite a while though, so I don't know. I know that he's pretty unga bunga, and it's pretty hard to fail using him. But I imagine I'm not gonna get it on my first try. Poor Gaming, always mistook for gaming. Yep. That I was so confused. Like when I saw his drip marketing. Wait, I think I went the wrong way. No, wait, I think oh man, okay. You know what, whatever.
Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate. Let's light it up.
Wind strike.
Grim cutter.
Uh-oh. Ooh, did not want to do that.
Know my sword.
Ugh, yikes. Xingqiu has no energy. Yeah, I was so confused when I saw the drip marketing.
Solidify.
Like, I didn't even... Oh no, this is... Okay, this is... This is not what I wanted to do. I wanted the Hyper Bloom to be on that side. Ooh, yikes. Alright.
Stabilize.
Everyone hold hands.
These are about to get dicey.
I was so confused. Like, I wasn't really thinking. I was just looking at the art, and then I saw the word gaming. That was what I saw, right? And I just didn't really think much of it until I realized, wait, that's his name. And like, I remember thinking, wait, I'm on the Genshin official Twitter, right? And then I checked, and then I closed the tab, and then I opened, because I just have like a shortcut to the Twitter, to Genshin's Twitter page on my Chrome. And I went there, and then I saw it again. I was like, it's real? This is real. It took me a while to actually believe that it was true.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Oops. What is... Stop.
The wind knows me. Time to go.
Stop spinning, please.
Body and mind. Time to act. Let's light it up.
I guess I probably don't want to burst here. On Xingqiu. I guess maybe Xingqiu, but not Shangli.
Nice and spicy.
Wind striking.
Okay, not full energy, but at least pretty close. My sister has Kaching and I have Raiden. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry for your sister. Oh no, I shouldn't have used my skill. Bad move. Didn't pay attention to how much energy I had. Should have just done a charged attack there, just to get energy.
Gotcha.
Everyone hold hands.
Stabilize.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Stand with me.
Who all face A before me. She is the one of the toughest bosses I've faced in Genshin Impact so far. I would say she is. Yeah, I would say she is one of the harder bosses, weekly or world boss in the game. Not HP wise. I don't know who has the most HP boss in Genshin there is, but it's mostly because she hits pretty hard. She doesn't hit as hard as like the Hydro Tulpa or the local legends, but she is quite aggressive. Yeah, she's like really aggressive.
Gotcha. Game's up. Time's over. Our bond is strong.
The whale? I guess the whale is pretty tanky.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Okay, this is it. This is it. We are using Diluc. I might have to check his build. I'm pretty sure his build is broken. What happened, RJ? You went offline? I did. I mean, we've been here, like, not just me, but like all of us have been here. I went offline yesterday. RJ, you made my day better. I mean, I'm not sure what I did, but hey, I'm glad, man.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same.
Well, I
as
still kind of use
remember.
Diluc.
But where are those?
You're
who
telling
share?
me you've only been playing Genshin for 3 months, and you're already because you said the word still, right? Which means you're sort of on the way to not using them anymore. You're telling me you've only been playing for 3 months and you've already gotten to that phase in the game. What am I missing? I guess a circlet. Whose circlet should I take? Okay, I guess I could take Hu Tao's for now. Is that good? I don't think that's good. Let me see. Alright, I think I am gonna use that. I'm sure I have a better feather than this. That's decent. That is... wow. That's not bad, actually. Okay. Alright, I stand corrected. That is really good. What does my Hu Tao have? Where does my Hu Tao have such good stuff? Alright. Okay, that is gonna give me way too much crit rate. It's about the same. I also don't want to lose the ER. My Diluc already has very low ER. I mean, I kind of want a bit more crit damage, but I don't think I have a way to get any more. Okay, sure. Yeah, I guess it'll work.
Wine tastes the same as I remember.
Poor Batman.
But where are those?
Is it the Legends of Fontaine much harder than the weekly bosses? Yeah, I think the other than bosses, no, sorry, if we don't include the local legends, if we were only talking bosses, then yeah, I think Raiden Shogun is one of the harder bosses to fight, mostly because she's just really aggressive. Not because she hits the hardest and she's the tankiest, but mostly because she's just one of the more aggressive ones. Yeah, but the local legends certainly are tankier and they hit harder. Is Raiden and Risley for Superconduct. And then Shengling and RN. You what? A registered nurse? Where's our Diluc main? I'm sure he's here somewhere. Random. Oh, RN random. Okay. The legends. I do like Wanderer's talent where he decreases the mana for bow and catalyst users. I think that's just for crafting bows. Yeah. I don't think it has anything to do. Is it crafting or ascending? I don't remember. Hang on. I'll be right back. Just gotta go take a leak. Be right back before we start. Probably on ascending. Because he is her son. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think I do remember that passive, right? And Shogun has that passive for pole arms, I think. Should I get Raiden or Nahida? I think that's a tough choice. Nahida. I think Nahida. Yeah, like between Raiden Shogun or Nahida, I would go for Nahida more than Raiden Shogun because like so Dendro teams are really good, right? And oh my god. Wait, that scared me? Hang on. Alright, bitrate is 0. Wait, are we still on? Okay. Well, it looks like the stream's still going. That is weird. Okay. YouTube is telling me that the stream's audio stream. Audio, okay. It says, oh, it just says the audio stream's current bitrate is 0. Is lower than the recommended bitrate. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah, because YouTube is saying the audio stream's current bitrate 0 is lower than the recommended bitrate. So I thought the internet farted again, just like yesterday. Yesterday the internet just died in the middle of the stream. Okay. I did drop a few frames, at least according to OBS. So I guess my internet probably stuttered a little bit. Alright, so what team should we bring? Chevreuse. Okay, Chevreuse is leveled now, which means Overload Diluc? Yeah? All right, Overload Overload Diluc is. Hang on. Okay, maybe you go here. This is a very weird spot for Shangling for me. I'm gonna mess up switching here. Official on second slot is, I'm kind of familiar with that. My support being on the third slot is, yeah, I'm kind of familiar with that as well. And main DPS is on the last slot. But like Shangling on slot 1 is really weird for me. Okay, and just your typical Hyper Bloom because I can't be bothered to think of a new team on the second half. Bennett. Oh yeah, you're right. Wait. Yeah. Okay, wait. Instead of Shangling, I might have to go Bennett. Okay, it is a Diluc team after all. If I put Shangling in there, Diluc is sort of just gonna be there. Just, you know, cheering. And like Shangling's gonna outshine her. Although my Shangling doesn't do that much damage without Bennett. Let me see. Okay, I guess Chevreuse goes here. Official. Okay, that should work. And then maybe Beidou would be better. Nah, there's bosses. Single target. Ascending bows and catalyst users because of the decrease in Mora. That's the Wanderer's talent. Yeah, but it's only Ascension. It doesn't have anything to do. Leveling it up is the same. Like, it doesn't decrease how much Mora you're gonna use to level up the bow. Only between like when you're ascending it from like this ascension to the next ascension. Double Geo Farina. That would be nice. Like, I would love to actually try that out. Right? Like Farina with Navia and Noel. That's a team that I would actually like to try, and that's kind of why I'm a little little disappointed that I couldn't go for Navia.
Going in! Let's light it up!
Verdict is... Ha! Ha!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
That's all the one rotation did.
You asked for it! Don't break it!
Ha! Ha! Time for retribution! Ha!
By royal decree.
Let's see. All right. Oh,
Adventure
you
time.
go back there.
Everybody stand back! Drop your weapons!
Well, my official certainly does not have enough energy recharge. Whoa, how did you get back there? You were trapped
Teamwork
in a
is
corner.
dreamwork.
This is not going very well.
Stop right there!
I did not want to press that.
Verdict is... Ha!
He's hitting pretty decently. You know, for not vaping, that's not bad. It's not bad, actually. RJ, you have 1.17k subs, but why only 10 to 20 viewers? I mean, that's kind of normal, isn't it? Right? Like, people who have like 600k subs. No, let's say, okay, I don't actually have a reference for this because like I don't really watch streams very much, but I have seen who was it? There was this lore theorist that has around 100k subs, like 110, 120k. When she streams, she has 500 viewers, around 500, and that's like less than 1%,
Something on your mind again?
right?
Let's work through it.
So if I have 1k
Two heads
subs
are better than one.
and I have like 10 viewers, that's like around 1%. So it's, you know, it's proportional. Makes sense.
This may hurt a little.
Quiet now. Game's up.
I think this side is gonna have to work extremely hard to make up for the other side. Stop floating, please. Nahida's normal attacks can't hit you.
Let's change
Oh god, I got hit.
Here comes the challenge.
this way.
Solidified!
Okay, I think Yelon doesn't have any energy. I don't have Navia, but I'll put Albedo and Zhongli together. Oh, wow, you have Albedo? You know, I mean, like, I don't think... If I had Albedo, I don't think I would use him that often. But I do think there are certain teams that I can't try out because
Drop your weapons!
I don't have Albedo. Okay, okay, not having resistance to interruption certainly is not... It certainly is a hindrance.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up! Stop right there! Justice will prevail!
Midnight, fantastic.
Burn!
Going in!
By royal decree.
Final warning! Hands where I can see!
For retribution!
I guess it's not that bad. Diluc's hitting pretty decently for not vaping. You know, I don't know if my official has her right build. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure her build is fine. I don't generally... she sort of just has off pieces, but I'm not sure if she has the right weapon. Oh wait, man, okay. Why didn't I should have swapped her to what's it called? Elegy.
Here comes the catch. Busted.
I think that would have been, yeah, that would have been good. Oh, I don't have a shield on.
Solidify.
Gotcha.
Gather.
You're about to get dicey.
Oh, speaking of Golden Troop on Albedo, has anyone done the math on that? Golden Troop versus Albedo's set. I'm sure somebody's done the math on that, but like, do you know the math on that, Chokoshu? This is new because we always see Vape Diluc, and now we have this Overload Diluc. I know, right? It's crazy. But then, like, the thing is, this is also one of the easier abysses we've had. So I don't think it's like a good representation of whether Diluc is actually endgame viable. Stop. Sometimes I really don't like auto targeting, man. Oh. Ah, come on, of all the times for you to come out. Uh-oh. Oh my god! How did Fischl not die? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think this is it. Yep. There we go. I was panicking. I just picked the Golden Troop with high def stats, some average crit. That makes me build him. Using him with double Geo for Arena. Golden Troop versus Husk Albedo. Husk is higher, but just a small amount. Oh, that's awesome. Like, I don't mind losing just a tiny bit of damage, but you know, just so you're farming a much more valuable domain.
Retribution.
110k, huh? Not bad. Uh-oh. I should not have tanked that attack. Come on.
Is that all you've got?
Man. I really don't know how to time Diluc's like how, you know, when you are locked in, or like when you will be released from the like not being able to move. Like, yeah, like right there after his burst, right? It seems like you're still stuck not being able to move, but then you don't have any more iframes. Uh-oh. Yep, there goes Fischl. Is Oz still on the field? I don't think so. Okay, gonna have to rely on vaping here. This is not going very quickly. More than 90 minutes. Okay, and I know that my rotations weren't optimal because like I just don't know how to dodge that boss. But that was awful.
I see everything. Make yourselves at home. Stand with me.
Fischl has plot armor. Plot armor. I don't really know much about Fischl's lore in the game,
Stabilize.
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
but I don't know about Fischl having plot armor.
The show's only just begun.
Order guide you.
Here, not done yet. The eternal awaits.
Yep, the the Hyper Bloom team on the other side certainly made up for that one. Okay. I'm just farming Golden Troop for my Freyna, and my Fischl Albedo got upgraded. Speaking of Fischl, maybe I should see if I have the pieces to upgrade my Fischl. My Fischl is kind of still
I
on
created another
a sort
universe
of
and founded paradise.
aggravate
For
build,
I,
you know, like with...
Fischl,
Okay, I guess she was on the right weapon. You know, let's see. Yeah, my Fischl's kind of on like some sort of aggravate build. So this wasn't exactly the best build for her. Golden Troop. Okay, that's not bad. Literally one piece. Oh, I have a usable one. Wow, okay. That's usable. That's not as usable. Okay, kinda usable, I guess. It's alright. It's okay, I guess. That is not gonna give me the best ratios, but let's see. Okay, let's see which one. Okay, I guess I should get an off-piece circlet because that circlet is looking sad. Right, good damage. Crit rate's a bit low. I don't know if I can fix that though. Yikes. Losing like how much crit damage? Yikes, double yikes. Wow, okay. Yikes. Well, he will kind of crit, I guess. Okay, let's give that a try. Let's see. Like I don't remember what does Elegy do again? Is Elegy just a EM buff? I remember it had some other stuff in it. Okay, gives EM to the user, skill bursts, hit opponents. You get 100 EM and 20% attack. Okay. Let's give that a shot. RJ, does Bennett C6 and C6 Shangling stack? No, they don't. They don't. Because as soon as you press Q on Shangling, like, that is it. Right? Like, your stats are locked in. Because, like, snapshot, right? So, no, you don't get the Pyro. You don't get... Oh, sorry. No. C6? Bennett. Oh, no. Sorry. Like, yeah, they do. They do. But the thing with Shangling too is Shangling herself doesn't get her own C6 buff. It's which is weird because like when you press your burst isn't active already. Hey, what's up, Taz? Attack 2. Yeah, that is correct. That was correct. Official is used for overload. Okay. I didn't really pay attention to how much damage Official was doing. But, you know, Official is good and that's all I care about. Chevreuse, alright. Okay. And alright. Yeah, you know what? Let's maybe do a full run if I have fun.
Everybody stand back! Huh?
As you wish, main foot.
Stop right there!
Time for retribution!
It's alright, I guess.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Okay, that seems like I was a bit more damaged than before. After one rotation, he was closer to half. My Bennett, though, certainly needs a bit more ER.
I'm going in!
For retribution!
Oh. Had to literally do a charge shot on Fischl because I didn't want to use Fischl's burst.
Gather!
Share my knowledge! This may turn around.
Oops.
Gotcha. Game's
So much faster. It did feel like it was a lot faster. Stop floating, please. Nahida can't hit you from up there.
This is order.
The guy I-framed. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I don't think I should have Yelan bursted anymore. Come on, give me those fab. Okay, got it. Alright, that felt faster. That felt a lot faster. You have missiles? Even she's floating? Kind of, but then like this Hyper Bloom team's Dendro application slows down a lot, right? Like because Nahida's Dendro, like her skill procs, I think are only about 2 seconds, like every 2 seconds, I think, or 2.5 seconds. I don't remember. So yeah, you get a Dendro application once every 2-ish seconds, which means you get 1 seed every 2-ish seconds if your normal attacks aren't hitting, because I don't have another source of Dendro application other than Nahida's normal attacks and Nahida's skill.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Midnight Phantasma! Drop your weapons!
Come back, please. Don't.
Hands where I can see!
Verdict is
Oh man, stop. Okay.
By royal decree! I'm going in! Final warning!
It's not bad. It certainly feels like it's going faster than before.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dream.
as you wish, main foot.
Stop right there!
Verdict is
What? What? None of Diluc's normal attacks hit the feet?
Midnight Drop your weapons!
Stabilize.
Everyone hold hands!
Okay, I guess I was apparently too far to destroy 2 of the shields. I only got 1.
Solidify.
Committed to memory.
Gotcha.
I see everything.
Game's up. Time's over.
D6 your Bennett? No.
Stabilize.
I mean, there's really very little that I lose from it. And I gain so much more than I lose from not C6ing him. But if for some reason,
Gather.
for some unknown reason, I want to pull for Eula on this account and use like physical Eula,
Stand with me.
I will lose the ability to use Eula with Bennett. And that's really it. Like, I can't really think of too many other teams that are disabled or like nerfed with C6 Bennett. Uh-oh, don't die, don't die. Oh, okay, full energy, we're fine. I hate red marks, so I C6 him. Well, oh hey, there's the thing though. I don't remember when it was, but I think it was like 4.2 maybe, where you don't see the red mark on the character icon up here anymore. If you click on Bennett and then click on his C6, just don't activate it, but just click on it. When you go back out, the red mark on the character icon up here is gone. I was so happy about that. Don't worry, Eula won't be rerunning for the next 2 years. Just like it took 2 years for her first rerun.
Stop right there! Justice will prevail!
Time for retribution.
128k. Y'all saw that, right? Okay, now that was a vape. Sure.
Going in!
Midnight Phantasmacle.
I'm a little anxious,
Verdict is
like with Fischl, like bursting on her, because Fischl's burst does not have any iframes at all.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! By royal decree! Hands where I can see!
burn.
125k normal attack. Okay. This is okay. You know what? I just thought about it. Why Diluc is so good here? Because obviously, number one, is an enemy that always had Hydro on it, so free vapes on top of Chevreuse being a Giga Chad, right? Chevreuse is essentially like a Kazuha that gives an attack buff instead of damage percent.
Gather.
Make yourselves at home!
Busted. Game's up.
Elegy also certainly doing a bit of heavy lifting there. 100 EM and 20% attack is no joke. 20% attack on top of the like around 40-ish% attack that I get from Chevreuse. That is a lot.
Solidify.
Dance with
Committed
me.
to memory!
Oh, why did I not hold? That I was holding, wasn't I?
I will have order.
Everybody relax.
Not done yet!
At least you were here to watch.
Okay. That that felt a lot more natural. That felt a lot more natural. Can you give up 60% pyro and electro damage bonus? Okay, yeah, you're right. I guess I can't. I do. Yeah, my Chevreuse is C6 because I did a lot of wishing on the Raiden Shogun banner to get her C3. But
see the world for yourself.
yeah, okay. At this point, like at C6, Chevreuse certainly buffs a lot more. Pyro characters a lot more than a C0 Kazuha. Oh yeah, by the way. So Chevreuse level 1 talents. With beginner's protector. And she does her job beautifully. She does her job beautifully. I mean, this buff is the talent. And has C6. Yeah, C6 is crazy. So, alright, 20% electro and damage bonus, or electro and pyro damage bonus. On top of that, you have this, right? The res shred, and your 1% attack bonus for every 1k HP Chevreuse has, which essentially maxes out at 40k, which I almost have completely maxed out. Hoyo really said yes when building her. Oh man, yeah, you're right. I mean, so I don't know. I'm like trying to think of. I'm trying to think of like what they were thinking when they decided on how to build Chevreuse, because she clearly introduces an overload. Maybe not just meta, like at least not yet. Because we don't have that many pyro and electro characters that sort of that have teams that whose overload teams are better than their dendro teams or their vape teams, right? Obviously, we don't have a lot of characters that are like that just yet. Like obviously, a lot of our pyro characters, vape teams are still, if not better, then just as good as their quote unquote overload teams. And a lot of our electro characters, dendro teams, are still better than their overload teams. But like Chevreuse being this good on day one, not even with the characters, right? Because like think about it. So think about when they released where is she? Kuki. When they released Kuki Shinobu and Toma. When they released them, they sort of released them like people sort of thought, okay, Toma, oh cool, he is the Yoimiya shielder because his shield gets stacks when you do normal attacks. Sure, I guess. But the problem with that gameplay wise was because his burst was doing pyro attacks, it was highly likely going to mess up your Yoimiya vapes. Right? So it wasn't gonna work anyway, gameplay wise. When Cook, so yeah, and then like, where does that leave Toma? Right? Where does that leave Toma after that? And then like Dendro came along, and then Toma, all right, Burgeon, cool, right? Toma finally had a team, and now with Chevreuse, you kind of want Toma's off-field pyro damage, like in case you have an on-field electro, so you and then like you somehow don't, I don't know, you don't like Shangling or you need Shangling on the other side, so you will need some kind of off-field pyro, and that would be, Toma, right? So, but like I know it's copium, like you could just use whoever else, But we don't have a lot of like I said earlier, we don't have a lot of off-field pyro applicators in the game yet. The only the good one that we have is like really good and just kills everything way too quickly. And yeah, so essentially what I'm saying is I think Chevreuse was released similarly to Kuki Shinobu and Toma, where they were sort of supports released before the characters and the team archetypes that they were going to support. So that's why when Kuki and Toma were released, they felt, I don't know, like Toma was essentially useless. And Kuki felt very copium, right? Like in whatever teams we could scrounge up to put Kuki in, felt really copium. But with Chevreuse, she slots right into quite a few teams, and she even opens up quite a few teams. And I get the feeling that, you know, because we've never really had an overload meta before, right? Like overload's sort of been the like it's sort of similar to what burning is now. It's sort of like a meme reaction. And now we have Chevreuse completely opening up the doors to overload, and we don't even have the characters for that yet. Right? We don't have any characters that say, "Oh, if you do overload, you get, I don't know, you do more damage to this. If you do overload, she will create a vacuum, sucking in enemies or something." Right? We don't have any characters that have anything to do with overload in their kits yet. We don't have any overload DPSs, and she's already this good. So how much better will it be once we do get those characters? I'm kind of excited. I am excited because I get the feeling that I can never remember her name. Pyro Harbinger lady in catsuit. Lady catsuit father Harbinger Pyro. Who's that? And Arlecchino, thank you. Thank you, Babish. Yes, Arlecchino, right? We know she's Pyro, and she's not released yet. We know she's coming. She's Pyro. She's coming. She's being released after Chevreuse. And Chevreuse opens up the door to overload. We know Chlorinde is Electro. She hasn't been released yet, but we know she's coming. Electro and Pyro are both part of Overload. They're both being released after Chevreuse, who opens up the door to Overload. Right? So like doesn't doesn't that like slot in together really well? I'm really excited because if it does end up being that, like if Arlecchino, I mean, I'm not as attached to Arlecchino as I am to Chlorinde and Skirk. But if, at the very least, if not Arlecchino, then at the very least, if even Chlorinde is like an overload character, hopefully they don't do her really dirty and give her terrible multipliers like they did Dia. But I imagine she's not going the standard banner, so I imagine they won't ever do her as dirty they did Dia. But I'm excited. I'm excited because whether Chlorinde was gonna be good or bad, I was gonna pull for her as long as I have the primos for it, and nobody better than Chlorinde, like a lot better than Chlorinde, was like coming after her. So yeah. Makes me excited. New meta. New potential meta in the future. A character that I actually want to pull for might actually be good because of it. Thanks to Chevreuse coming out. Oh yeah, that's right. By the way, Chokoshu. Well, here's what I said. Like, so obviously when you go here, there's no red dot here, and I think it was like in 4.2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 4.2. That apparently all you have to do is go into your constellation, just click on it. You don't have to activate it. And then, like, there's no more red dot. Now, there is no way to get rid of the red dot here, though. So, There's that. Yeah. Okay. Unfortunate. I will have to put Deluxe build back on. So, or sorry,
I'll
put my Hu Tao stuff back on. So, sorry, Deluxe. Yeah. I feel bad. But thanks for... Yeah, thanks for this, Abyss. Sure. Okay. And... What am I missing? Crimson... Do I have an EM Crimson Sands? I don't remember. Do I do? HP, attack, HP. Okay. So I guess I only have 2 pyro. Wait. What about Shangling? Can I put something else on Shangling? Absolutely not. Wow, okay. Huh. Crazy. AR-60, by the way, right? AR-60, almost day 1 account, has like 2 good pyro goblets. Jeez, that's terrible. Maybe I should save my story keys if I can. I think you should just use them, Elijah. Yeah, because like every time... Okay, hang on. Where was it? It's J. Yeah, alright. So every time you... Okay, no, that's not right. It would be here, I think. Yeah, it would be there. So, right, it would be here, right? So, since I think that... Yeah, they introduced this in 4.2. I want to say 4.2. I think. Yeah, I think 4.2. If not 4.2, then 4.3. They introduced a feature where when you... So, back then, when you unlock a story quest, it would immediately be here. Right? So, when you walk over to wherever that quest is, like, it will immediately trigger the dialogue. But then in 4.2 or 4.3, they made it so that when you unlock a story quest, you still have to, like, click on, like, a few extra buttons to make it come here. Essentially, you unlocking the story quest doesn't start... I think it doesn't start the quest just yet. It just unlocks the story. So, just use your keys. Yeah, just gradually unlock them one at a time. And until, like, you have all of them unlocked. But they won't all be here just yet until you click the start thing on them. So yeah, that would be what I would recommend. Just unlock any whatever you can unlock now. Yoimiya has 1800 attack, 85 172, crit ratio. What are your thoughts on this? What can I do to improve this? I don't think there's any need to improve it, man. I think depending on like your artifacts. Oh, maybe Golden Troop. Wait, who's done the math on that? I'm pretty sure at this point, Golden Troop might be Yaimiko's best in slot artifact set. So get this stats close to those, or just stats exactly like those, or like close to those, or like those with Golden Troop. And I don't know, like maybe energy recharge, like depending on like if you want to burst on Yaimiko every rotation, you will certainly need a decent amount of ER. It's not really necessary to burst on Yaimiko every rotation because like Yaimiko's burst doesn't really do anything other than do damage. So it's not necessary. You can just burst every other rotation, which means you will be able to build her with more damage, and you won't have to sacrifice damage stats for ER. So, yeah, I don't think there's really a way to improve that other than just, like, getting the same stats with Golden Troop. 4.4 to 4.5 is easy skip for me, and just waiting for Arlecchino. So 4.4. Oh yeah, Chokoshu, you're not interested in Cloud Retainer? I'm kind of interested in Cloud Retainer, mostly because if rumors are true, apparently she will enable characters to jump higher than normal. So if rumors are true, then I can Dragon Strike on Diluc, and Diluc will actually be viable. Well, might be actually viable, because I don't have to do something that is above my skill level, which is Dragon Striking. Thanks for the tip, RJ. Sure, my pleasure, man. Yeah, I don't have to do something. I don't have to try really hard to try and learn a skill that is way above my skill level, which is Dragon Striking, right? Because like, if it's true, if it does end up being true that she, like, Cloud Retainer enables jumping higher, it's just there. I could just jump and then plunge. It makes the look viable again. Golden Troop is better if you are only using her E. I wanted to use her burst, so I mean, you know, it's not like Golden Troop is gonna nerf Yaimiko's burst, right? It's not gonna nerf her burst. It's just that it just doesn't do anything for her burst, right? Also, I would, if you're running Yaimiko with another Electro character, because her energy, her burst cost is so high, right? 90 energy, that you are going to need a second Electro character that generates a lot of Electro particles. Someone like Fischl, or if not Fischl, then like, I don't know, Sino, someone who you're just gonna constantly spam skills on and generate particles. If you're running Yaimiko solo Electro though, you're gonna need to put a lot of energy recharge on her, which means you're gonna have to sacrifice damage stats like crit rate, crit damage, and attack or EM, right? So I would just recommend, you know, just letting go of being able to burst every rotation, and just burst every other rotation on Yaimiko, just so her skill would actually do damage, or I mean, like, would do better damage. Hey, RJ, nice catching you today. Oh, you're leaving already, Sherry? Finally snowed where I'm at. Hey, nice. Still an easy skip for me, 4.4. Cloud Retainer's kit is really interesting. Has anyone done a Golden Troop on Shangling to make Stove God lore accurate? Oh, wait, okay. Do you guys remember? I don't know if you guys saw that, but I Went to Lose uploaded a short clip. This was pre-shorts, right? Like, YouTube Shorts didn't exist yet, but it was just a clip on his main channel. I don't know if he actually has any other channels, but on his channel, I Went to Lose channel, 3 years ago, he uploaded this clip of Goba being buffed to the max and doing like 300k a shot. It was, when I saw it, my jaw dropped. Like, I could feel my jaw touching the floor. It was crazy. It blew my mind. I was like, Goba. And I want to Lose to do the same thing with Golden Troop. I wish he would. I wish he would do the same thing. He was using like all the whale buffs though. Like obviously I think he was using Bennett as well. Bennett, C6 Kazuha with R5's Freedom Sworn. I don't remember what else he had, but like there's like, it was everything that a whale had, essentially. Alright, that is it for Abyss on this account. Let's go do Abyss on one more account before we go. Just Goba gaining his powers. He was doing it on the Primo Geo Vishap too. Yeah, I wish, I wish we could just like go watch it on YouTube. And I know that reaction thing, like reacting to somebody's video isn't exactly you stealing their content, as long as you provide, as long as you provide value, right? You're adding value to the video. But like I don't know. I don't know if I would be adding value to the video just by watching it on stream with you. So with you guys. So I would recommend you go watch it. Like, just, I don't remember the title. You know what? I'm gonna Google it just so. Goba. I'm just literally searching. I went to lose Goba. Here. Okay. Oh no, apparently it wasn't 300k, but it was pretty close.
Transitory.
It wasn't 300k, but it was certainly kind of close. All right, there's the link. I shared the link. You guys should definitely watch it. How many primos do you have, RJ? On my main account, I don't have much more left. Yeah, I used up a bunch trying to get C3 Raiden Shogun. I'm on the second account now, and I still have some remaining, because on the second account I didn't have to do a lot of wishing. I just had to get one copy of Raiden Shogun, and I did a few more 10 pulls just to get C6 Chevreuse and Kujo Sara. Yeah, I think I lost 50-50 on this account, if I'm not mistaken, which is why I got quite a few more opportunities to try and get Chevreuse and Kujo Sara constellations. I think I got Mona, as far as I remember. Oh, wait, actually, what? I guess that was on the main account. Okay, that's pretty hard pity. I did win 50-50, but that's pretty hard pity. That's a lot. And then, yeah, I decided to do quite a few more 10 pulls because I was sitting at like, I think I was sitting at like C5 Kujo Sara and like C4 Chevreuse. And I was like, hey, we're on 50-50. We're at low pity. Alright, sure, why not? So yeah, that is certainly... So, some people, they quote-unquote build pity, right? Some people do that. But then, like, the problem with building pity is... Some people, quote-unquote, build pity on a banner whose 5-star they don't want, whose 4 stars they don't want. So, I don't know. I don't get it. Why would you do that? I know that some people do that. It's called a gambling addiction, not building pity. Alright, I guess so. I can't argue with that. But then, like, what are they even gambling for? They don't want the 5-star on the banner. They don't want the 4 stars on the banner. I mean, like, like more often than not, they do want the 4 stars on the banner, but then they don't want the 5-star. So, like, it's so risky, man. You're gonna lose your pity for a 4-star that you might not even want. I mean, like, you might not even use it, right? Unless maybe if it's a Xingqiu, I guess, right? Something like a Xingqiu or a Chevreuse in this case, right? Chevreuse apparently pretty valuable, right? So sure, why not? At the very least, like, get one copy at the very least. But if it's not some of these like super high value 4 stars, like, why would you? They just want to click the button. I build pity too if I like the 4 stars, right? Like in that case, that makes sense, right? Like if you like the 4 stars and you don't have a copy of them, or you're pretty close to a significant constellation, yeah, sure. Right? Like, oh, like for example, Shengling's on the banner, and then like you're at C3 Shengling, right? You don't care, you don't want the 5 star, and you're at 50-50 and you're far from pity, sure, go right ahead, right? Like build pity on that to try to get a chance to get your C4 Shengling, a significant constellation on your 4 star. But some people, man, like and then they say, I accidentally got Yaimiko. I accidentally got Sino. You accidentally got you didn't accidentally click on that wish button. It's random. You don't get to choose when you get a 5 star. When you're at hard pity, you will get your 5 star. You can't say like, no, don't give me the 5 star just yet. Oh man. They just want to see that star in the sky. I keep forgetting. I just use this. Why do I even have to look at the enemies? Okay. I'm doing the same for Gaming, to be honest. I like him. He doing the same. What do you mean? Building pity? Isn't he a 4 star? I don't know. I imagine Gaming is a 4 star. Because I mean, like they so far they've never released the drip marketing for both 5 stars, for 2 5 stars at the same time. It's always been like 4 star and 5 star. So I imagine, and you know, I can't imagine Cloud Retainer being a 4 star, right? I highly doubt Cloud Retainer is a 4 star.
Going somewhere?
Quietly now.
Say no more.
I see everything.
Another test subject.
Especially not when all the Adepti we've ever gotten released so far are 5 stars. Right? There's Ganyu. And there's, well, technically Shenhe isn't an Adepti, but like she's like the apprentice of an Adepti. She's a 5 star. Zhao's an Adepti. He's a 5 star. Zhongli technically is an Adepti, but yeah, and you know, 5 star. Right? So I don't know, like why would they start releasing Adepti 4 stars now?
Get them.
Let me weave you a verse.
By the way, like I really thought, like I truly actually believed that Cloud Retainer would not be a thing. Like, I really thought that people were just memeing about Cloud Retainer ever being released as a playable character. And I'm sure most of the people who said that a long time ago were memeing. But like, it blew my mind when I saw that drip marketing. It was one of those jaw-dropping moments for me. Uh-oh. Yikes. Okay. Xingqiu has no energy. Gotta go for a bit. See ya. Alright, man. Imagine if you got trolled by Hoyo that Xianyun is 4 star and Gaming is 5 star. I mean, I would be surprised. Yes. But I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't be completely in disbelief, because I don't know, like I think Hoyo has a sense of humor. I don't know what you guys think about, you know, Hoyo. I don't know. I think Hoyo has a sense of humor. Let's meme about Skirk then. Yeah, all those people memeing about Cloud Retainer, maybe like, I don't know. I'm sure Hoyo already had, you know, like already planned to release Cloud Retainer as a playable character like long ago.
Adorn my knights, wind strider.
But I mean, it can't hurt to imagine that all those people memeing about Cloud Retainer helped.
Let's light it up.
So, you know, okay. So I also have this, well, I had, I used to have this belief that Hoyo would never make Madam Ping playable. It's like, okay, well, you know, obviously her character model's an old lady. They can't release an old lady character model. I mean, like, they could if they really wanted to, but they've never done that so far. So why would they do it now? And then they showed us a character model of her, not in 3D, right? Just in 2D, that can be a playable character. And then that made me think, oh, well, okay, maybe they're giving themselves the option to release her as a playable character. And then they released Cloud Retainer. It was like, alright, okay, I guess that throws that theory out of the window. And now, the possibility of Madam Ping just becoming a playable character is absolutely on the table. I think at some point we're just gonna see that drip marketing. Skirk though, man, really do want her to become playable.
Everybody stand back.
It blew my mind, like when she came out
Let me weave you a
and like just showed herself. I wasn't sure if I was believing what I was seeing, because like her design felt really non-Genshin like. When I remember seeing pictures of her. I think some of you guys were shared pictures of her on Discord, and I remember thinking, oh cool, Star Rail character. And then shows up in Genshin. I was like, what? Look at Dane. I mean, well, the thing is, like, we've already seen Dane's Lift in the game, right? We've seen him in the game. Like when I saw Skirk for the first time, it was just a screenshot of a leak. And it was on Discord. It wasn't in the game. So I know that Dane's Lift's design is in Genshin because, like, when I saw him the first time, it was in the game, in a character story quest, and it was actually a character model. You know, character model that we were apparently doing a quest on. A quest with, rather.
No, my sword.
Come on, Goba. Let's win one for the team. Hoyo really gave a lot of thought into whatever they do. Oh yeah. I mean, like, you don't make a multi-billion-dollar game from YOLOing it. Right? Like,
Busted.
all of this, I imagine, no, maybe not everything, but like, I imagine most of the stuff that matters was planned. And it wasn't just, oh, that worked. Yeah, I highly doubt that they just YOLO'd a lot of the things that matter. 7,000 ult damage from Xingqiu. They only hit with 2k. It's alright, man. I mean, like, you know, I did farm the emblem domain for like a century. So, you know, it would make sense that I have enough emblem pieces that will make my characters work, including Xingqiu, who doesn't really need emblem. But certainly the burst numbers get a lot better with emblem. I hate it when they do that. Come back. If you look back at the teaser for every region, you can see how See, every new character that would be playable, and these lifts is there. These are for every region. Dainslift's there? Which one? The one where we saw Sino, Linny, Lynette, the little guy from Natlan. That trailer? He was there. Wow, I don't remember him being there. Honestly, who I remember the most from that trailer were Linny and Lynette, and Sino, and that little guy from Natlan. Was there anyone from Shiznaya in that trailer? I don't remember. And I think we have a question mark region after Shiznaya. I'm sure. Yeah. There will be, right? Like, I don't know, Conria. Like, people have been talking about that for quite a while. Like Conria becoming an actual region in the game, right? Like Celestia, and like I'm sure there's plenty more that people haven't even thought of. Can I see your Xingqiu build? Yeah, sure. Hang on. Let me just, you know, I guess I'll do that now. I think a Harbinger in that teaser? Really? I wonder which one. You know, I'm pretty excited to see Capitano in you know, like maybe not in a playable form, but at the very least in the story. Because he's been sort of hyped. Like, he's been kind of hyped up as like this like super strong fighter in lore. Yeah, Sack Sword, 4 Emblem, C6, because like, you know, old account. I did crown his skill and burst because I think they're both worth it. Yeah, because like look at that, look at that multiplier. 760% multiplier. And with Sack Sword, you do it twice. So essentially, you have 1500 multiplier on a skill that you can vape. Right? Like, you can vape this. So, why would I not crown that skill? Okay, what else? Oh yes, that's right. I guess yeah, attack sands and hydro goblet as well. Yeah, attacks. I have him on an attack sands because I don't know. I like so far in most of the teams that I run Xingqiu in, I somehow have enough energy recharge from Sack Sword and just a smattering of ER substats here and there. Yeah. I think I would prefer, like, I don't know, like to be at like 210 or 220 energy recharge. But hey, I don't have good enough stats for that, so yeah. Pulcinella, the old man. Oh, okay. I don't remember that, but that's interesting. An old man elf. Playable character. I mean, I can certainly picture it out. Like, try and picture out, like, Nahida. Or... Because, like, Pulcinella looks like he's, like, a smaller character model. Right? Picture out Nahida or Klee. But then an old man. I can certainly picture that out. Being a character in the game. Can we have just a bulky guy? Oh yeah, you know, I was pretty excited that Ito was gonna be that, right? Like, you remember, remember when we saw his drip marketing? Remember that? And then people were all excited and stuff.
Our bond is strong. Out of my way. Everyone hold hands.
Solidified!
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Stand with me. Everyone hold hands.
And then, you know, when they when Ito came out. Oh man, when Ito came out, you know, apparently he missed arm day. He missed arm day at the gym. Like a lot of arm day.
No, my sword.
Oh, you're not dead. You are immune to Hydro.
Light it up.
I guess that won't work. Come on.
Everybody stand
No,
back.
stop.
Wind strike.
They're not doing it. They don't do damage while they're like charging. I guess they only do damage once when they charge.
Light it up.
Huh, fascinating. Noodle arms. Right? Noodle arms, man. I was so disappointed when they I mean, yeah, I wasn't really interested in pulling for him. But when they released him and like, you know, noodle arms, I was like,
I see everything.
what happened, Hoyo? Did y'all run out of time to do to 3D model Ito? Or maybe, I don't know, like because he's a character from your what is essentially your representation of Japan in the game. Is it because of what Japan did in World War II? I mean, like, I don't know. Does that and they fix it with Al-Haytham, which is a scholar. They do, right? I mean, I remember looking at the two before. Maybe not side by side, but like I looked at it pretty carefully. And it certainly does look like Al-Haytham's arms really was modeled a little differently. And it's not just a texture, it's not just like an illusion that is being made from
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up.
just adding lines like shadow lines to as a texture to the 3D model. It looks like Al-Haytham's arms are actually kind of bigger, and it's not just a texture.
Everybody stand back. Let's light it. Rain cutter. Rain outlines your face. No, my sword.
It's the energy. Okay. Is the book that heavy? I mean, you know, you saw that library, right? So I imagine lifting all those books, it probably did that to him. They were against creating buff models. Did they make a statement on it? Like, did they say anything about that? Unreleased? Or unreleased? Unrevealed? Sorry.
Busted. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Probably gonna lift books now too. Proof that being a nerd makes you hot.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Oh.
Let me weave you a verse.
Oof. Man, I love vaping Xingqiu's skill. I can't always get it to, you know, vape all the time, but when it does, man, it's so satisfying. Alright, well, anyway, sorry Unrevealed, I can't use Diluc on this account because, like, on this account, he's not raised. I don't know if you were here, but yeah, I did use Diluc and, like, he did really well. He did really well in the first half. Where is she? Where are you? There you are. There we go. Oh, it looks like my chat froze. Oh no, I guess the other chat froze. Balvish for the no. Man, oh, hey, speaking of, okay, I just had this, like, a not a very long train of thought, but, you know,
Drop your weapons. You asked for it.
a bit of a train of thought, right? Where I was thinking, when you said no, I thought about, like, the iRobot meme saying no. And I thought, and very often I've been seeing that meme a lot in the Genshin, in Genshin videos recently, and not just in Genshin videos, but overall, like on the internet in general.
I'm going in. There is no escape. Stop right there. Hands where I can see 'em. Eat this.
And I was thinking, like, funny
Inazuma shines eternal.
Genshin videos nowadays includes Zajeff's videos, and it's not even that, like, what he's talking about is funny, and sometimes it is, like, he paints it in a funny light, but, like, whoever his editor is just really good at his job, and I missed the second E. I don't know, like, I just think it's very often edited in such a funny way.
Quiet.
Gather.
Committed to memory.
Oh, I don't want to burst.
Stand with me. Top.
Stabilize.
Grow.
Gotcha.
I really don't want to burst. Where did that seed go? Where was that seed going? Well, we finally got a story key to do Kazu's story quest now. Hey, nice. Well, don't have any energy.
Illusion shattered. Drop your weapons.
Oh my god, even Raiden Shogun doesn't have any energy.
Everybody stand back. Let's light it. Final warning. Justice will... Nice and spicy. Torn to oblivion. Shine down. Teamwork is dreamwork. Boba, get them. Stop right there. You asked for it. Eat this. Now you shall perish.
Oh, alright, we're good. Editing can just make a huge difference sometimes. Where are all the best subset art depth pieces? What? substats are on def. I guess that's you're trying to say substats on def pieces. If yes, then yeah, that is true. I mean, like, I really don't know if it's just from like perspective, because, or if it is like statistically true. Because I wish that like the Genshin community would like all come together and like create this, like, I don't know, some kind of like online archive of all the artifacts, and like come up with an interface, an intuitive interface that lets people look up different filters and stuff, so that people could see how many people have this kind of artifact, etc. And then would be able to figure out if it is mathematically true that crit substats do come out more often on defense pieces.
Gather.
Here comes the catch. Busted. Quietly now.
Get with me.
Busted.
My brain stopped braining for a moment there. Is just the Acer Platinum Palmatum chapter Act 1. Sorry. Is just this chapter Act 1 of Causa story quest, by the way? I'm sorry, is that a question? I'm confused.
There is no escape. Everybody stand back. Drop your weapons. Hands where I can see them. Inazuma shines eternal.
Let's light it up.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Do not attempt to resist justice will prevent you.
Wow. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. All right. Not bad. Okay, that's that was not expecting to get that guy that fast. Oh man, wow. I don't think I've ever done a floor 12 chamber, or like floor 12 half that fast.
Solidify.
32 seconds. I'm back from loading Genshin up. Oh, all right.
Our bond is strong.
Alright, I'm gonna do Causa story quest now. Anyway, so I can finally do one of the interlude chapters, since in version of Genesis I'm gonna do. Oh, nice! Congratulations. I guess you're gonna be off now. Yeah, enjoy the quests, man. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Gotcha. Quietly now. You deserve how to get started.
I see everything. I'm not done yet. At least.
Wow. Both. The entire chamber in less than 90 seconds. Man, I don't know. That might be the fastest floor 12 single floor 12 chamber I've ever done so far. That is crazy.
Not sure what to do next.
32 seconds on the Hydro Tulpa. And then what was that? 72? I don't know. Like, math not good. 72 seconds for the whole chamber. You know, in the earlier days of Genshin, part of me sort of wished that Hoyo had like a sort of a leaderboard for Abyss. You know, like for who did the most. Okay, like something like this, right? Like because they apparently they do keep track of it, right? They keep track of like how many. I don't know. I don't know what this most defeats is. Like how many enemies they defeat. I guess I don't know. Most damage taken. Strongest single strike. Right. Like apparently they keep track of all of this. So if they put this data into like a leaderboard, I don't know. I imagine that would make for a much more engaged and much more motivated Genshin, like the combat side of the Genshin community would be a lot more motivated. Now, I do understand why they probably don't do that. It's probably because it also adds to anxiety, right? Like some people want to be on that top list and they can't. And they feel disappointed. It adds to anxiety, right? It makes people anxious. People are like, "Oh no, I'm so close. I'm right there," right? Makes people anxious that way. On top of that, it may also cause like I guess depression for some people. So I guess I do understand why they really it feels like Hoyo is putting a lot of effort rather into avoiding any competitiveness, any built-in competitiveness in Genshin. Well, I need to condense more resin later. There 17. Don't think so. Yeah. All right. Wow, Raiden did 376k damage. You know, like, it's not that unnatural for a C2, and more so C3 Raiden Shogun to be doing that number. Yeah, like it's kind of normal. Maybe not like 376k, right? Especially if you're a whale and you got Raiden Shogun to C3 and you don't really have good artifacts on her yet. Obviously, it's not normal like that. But like once you're like on your way to endgame or in endgame, if you're like getting close to endgame or you're already in endgame and you have a C3 Raiden Shogun and like is well invested, yeah, it would be weird if you did like, I don't know, if you only did like 200k or less on a C3 Raiden Shogun. Will exists, that's why it even won't be accurate. Yeah, that is true. That is another one too, is yeah, like the disparity, like it'll literally only be Giga Whales on that top list, like in the top 10, top 100 or something. Just killed Raiden from plunge attack in the sky. You plunged attack way too high, man. That's funny. Alright. I think I'm just gonna do the third account off stream because, like, you know, I don't. You guys already saw me do Abyss twice, and at the very least, I was kind of using different teams. At least for floor 12, I was using a little bit of slightly different teams, and I don't think you guys would want to see me run the same exact run. Also, it's getting kind of late. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for today. Yeah, so yeah, if you guys need any help building your characters' accounts, need any help making a decision which banner to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams, and in the pinned message in YouTube chat. You can ping me over there. My name is Elvis Einstein on Discord. Ask for my opinion, ask for other people's opinion over there. Wow, those are wiggly. A lot wigglier than I expected, honestly. But hey, I'm not, I'm not complaining. Yeah. Anyway. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everyone. My is level 80 and has 28k health. What? 28k? What happened? She holds a sword there, so... Alright. Yeah, okay. I guess you're right. Bye, everyone. Thank you, guys.